On April 5, 2025, a wave of protests swept across the United States, uniting Americans from all walks of life under a single, powerful banner, Hands Off. Orchestrated by the grassroots Hands Off movement, these demonstrations marked a boiling point of public frustration over the policies of President Trump's second term, particularly targeting what many perceive as the undue influence of his advisor, Elon Musk. These protests, a direct response to the administration's drastic downsizing of the government, were fueled by anxieties about its impact on vital public services and institutions. The Hands Off movement, through its decentralized network of organizers and volunteers, successfully mobilized hundreds of thousands of Americans, transforming a simmering discontent into a roaring display of public dissent. The sheer scale of the protests, spanning all 50 states and attracting participants from diverse backgrounds, underscored the widespread apprehension surrounding the nation's trajectory. From the heart of the nation in Washington, D.C., to major cities like New York, Los Angeles, Chicago, and countless smaller towns, the echoes of Hands Off reverberated across the country. Organizers reported over 1,400 registered protests, with estimates of attendance ranging from 500,000 to several million. This unprecedented mobilization saw iconic landmarks, from the National Mall to Times Square, awash with a sea of protesters, their voices united in a resounding message of resistance. The Hands Off protests were not confined to the physical borders of the United States. In a striking display of solidarity, demonstrations also erupted in major cities across the globe, including London, Paris, Berlin, and Stockholm. The international community, witnessing the unfolding events in the U.S. with a mixture of concern and empathy, echoed the call for a halt to policies perceived as detrimental to democratic values and social safety nets. The global reach of the protests underscored the interconnectedness of today's world, demonstrating that the anxieties and aspirations of the American people resonate far beyond their borders. At the heart of the Hands Off protests lay a deep-seated fear of government overreach and its potential to erode essential services and fundamental rights. The protesters' grievances were as diverse as the American population itself, encompassing issues like economic inequality, human rights, immigration, LGBTQ+ rights, and access to healthcare and education. The closure of Social Security offices, the firing of federal workers, and proposed cuts to healthcare and education programs sparked widespread panic and fueled the flames of protest. The specter of economic insecurity, coupled with anxieties about the erosion of social safety nets, galvanized Americans across generational and ideological divides. Chants of "Hands Off our Social Security" and "Stop Destroying America" rang out at rallies, reflecting the raw fear and anger ignited by the administration's policies. The Hands Off protests have etched a stark and indelible mark on the fabric of American society, serving as a potent reminder of the power of collective action in the face of perceived injustice. Whether these demonstrations will lead to a tangible shift in the political landscape, or fade into the annals of history as a symbolic outburst, remains to be seen. One thing is certain: the April 5th protests have shattered any illusion of complacency, compelling the nation to confront the profound anxieties and divisions that simmer beneath the surface. The path forward remains uncertain, but the resounding message of "Hands Off" will continue to reverberate, serving as a potent symbol of resistance and a rallying cry for a more just and equitable future.